mindset of mountains of research, knowledge, and experience to ensure that the fourth industrial revolution can be equitable and sustainable. Digitally enabled fourth industrial revolution is already the fastest period of innovation ever. Rapid advances in technologies include artificial intelligences, robotics, Internet of Things, nanotechnology, biotechnology are the bedrock of this wave of innovation. To further ease concern among the workers of the world, private and public sectors need to work in close collaboration on skill investment to upskill staff, employ new technological tools. In a report, A Sustainable Fourth Industrial Revolution, PricewaterhouseCoopers identified 10 emerging Fourth Industrial Revolution technologies, including synthetic biology, advanced materials, robots, 3D printing, and artificial intelligence, among others, that the firm thinks could individually and collectively have greatest impact on jobs, livelihoods, and environment, as well as aligning with United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals. PricewaterhouseCoopers Waterhouse points to some examples of emerging applications for use in different industries such as energy. One of the core four industrial revolution innovation challenges is for technology breakthroughs. That is, to enable next generation clean distributed grid with virtual power plants aggregating millions and soon billions of emerging new renewables, all optimized by AI and machine learning, with blockchain and Internet of Things enabled peer to peer trading. Or, for example, in finance, the report says fintech, including AI, blockchain, and IoT, enable increased access and decentralization of financial system to serve the unbanked, underbanked, improve market integrity, and could perhaps provide early warning signals of systemic financial strain. Again, these developments are already emerging in developed and developing economies around the world. Since COVID 19 struck, the adoption of digital payments, for example, has accelerated, and digital finance is already becoming a force for inclusion in countries such as Singapore, Kenya, and Brazil. The Africa Digital Financial Inclusion Facility, backed by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, accelerates financial inclusion by investing in expansion of digital financial services across Africa. By 2030, ADFI aims to deliver 400 million in grants and loans with the goal of ensuring 332 million more Africans, of which 60% are women, have access to finance. According to research from International Finance Corporation, Africa is now home to more digital financial services arrangements than any other region in the world, with almost half of the nearly 700 million individual users worldwide, lifting millions of households out of extreme poverty and helping small business grow. In time, IoT, Internet of Things, will enable better data monitoring in supply chain. Technology has changed not only how we produce or connect, but also allows more humans to create and test new objects, ideas, reducing cost and risk of innovation, product development, also in developing countries. The success of digital age will depend on close collaboration between public and private sector. Governments and regulators will have to ensure that regulation keeps pace with innovation. It is hoped fears of over future jobs will subside as we adopt more and more new technologies into our lives and enjoy the benefits of these. We are firmly on the cusp of widespread change, making the future feel more hopeful. And that is where this concept of technology transfer comes into play. Now, if you really look at this concept, It is the process of transferring technology from places and groups of its origination to wider distribution among more people and places. It occurs along various axes among universities, from universities to businesses, from large businesses to small ones, from government to business, across borders, both formally and informally, and both openly as well as in a discreet manner. Often it occurs by concentrated effort to share skills, knowledge, technologies, methods of manufacturing, sample of manufacturing, facilities among government or universities or other institutions to ensure that scientific and technological developments are accessible to wider range of users who can then further develop and exploit the technology into new products, processes, applications, materials or services. Thus, if you really see, we have talked about Internet of Things, we have talked about AI, but if you really see, there is a considerable time lag between countries in respect of introduction and observation of technology. Absorption of technology as such depends on many cultural factors also. In India, the TV arrived late, although the color TV became very quite common in the advanced countries at that time. Even when the TV arrived and telecast started initially, there was only black and white telecast. When cable TV came to India, that was only in 1990s. The late introduction and slow expansion affected not only the TV business but also the advertising industry and product promotion industry. Time lags in introduction of technologies may even result in some products not being able to reap the market. That is, they will actually lose out in actually reaching out to the market or profiting from the product launches as such. Another example happens to be the electronic typewriter, which became known to Indians before it could penetrate the market. It could not achieve the growth because of the advent of computers. So, computers relatively entered the Indian market at about the same time as the electronic typewriters. And again, as we had studied earlier, the power of substitutes, since the quality was better, though the price was, though there was a difference in the price range, the quality being better, the output being better, the functionality being remaining the same, computer actually overtook the electronic typewriter. Because of this time lag in the advent of latest technology in India, advanced countries have considered India as a market for their obsolete technology. To the very extent that even today we actually import second-hand plant machinery, which is outdated in many developed countries. So therefore, you would see that, but this case about importing is very specific to certain industries only, and it is not a general